Real Rock 92.7 QLZ, online at WQLZ.com. Styles joined now by Neil from the band 3 Days Grace. Busy time for you guys right now. A lot going on, that's for sure.
It's a really exciting time for us, man. You know, we poured our hearts into this album. You know, already 2 singles deep, and so far, you know, the reaction has been overwhelmingly great. And you know, we've been on the road over the last 2 years as well as making the record. So, you know, we've already been out there, and we've been to Russia and Europe and all over the U.S. and Canada, and then sort of making the record in between. So lots of exciting stuff going on for us. And, you know, it's that time, it's the calm before the storm, you know what I mean? And this record drops in a few weeks, and we're off to South America for Lollapalooza and stuff. And but first, before all of that, I'm going ice fishing with my buddies this weekend to kind of just like take in the scenery, and then off we go. I got to take my library books back and pack my suitcase.
You're on the road for the rest of the year then, I assume.
Pretty much, man. Yeah. We this South America thing happens, and then we're off to we're doing a West Coast U.S. tour in April, and then June we're back over in Europe. We're doing several shows over there. We're doing like Rock 'em Ring and stuff, and some shows with Metallica, which we're super stoked about, and then more U.S. festivals, and just kind of jumping all over the place, man. You know, playing live is like where our true passion lies. It always has been that way. So to be able to do it on this scale is pretty exciting, and we're ready to go.
Now, you had mentioned a little bit ago, you know, you're writing, producing all of the record while you're on the road. You did Painkiller. That was everyone's first taste of Matt, like, actually record it. That song goes #1 for you. What was the kind of the feeling within the band? You know, with everything aside that had happened prior to Matt joining, you guys, first song out with him, you go to #1.
It was pretty surreal, to tell you the truth. I mean, you know, we had everything kind of happened really quickly, obviously. You know, and it was you know, kind of crazy timing. How, you know, it was we had a co-headliner with Shinedown already on sale, like 30 dates booked, and it was right around Christmas when, you know, we found out. But we basically, you know, talked to Matt and started jamming with him, and right out of the gates it felt right, and we loved the new vibe and stuff. And then so, you know, his first show with us was, you know, in front of 8,000 people, and he just came out guns blazing, and we were like, I remember the first few moments of the first song, I remember the band looked at each other like, wow, this guy's on fire, we better pick it up a little bit, you know. And there was obviously this new energy born, and the fans really received it well. And you know, we wrote Painkiller while we were on that tour on the bus, basically. And we loved it. We loved the vibe. And so we just decided to go in and record it, you know, and when we recorded it, we loved the song, and just decided to, you know, put it on the radio. And you know, and we just kept sort of forging ahead, and you know, 2 years later, looking back, it's like, wow, you know, to see everybody so supportive, and to see where we are now is really exciting for us.
And you wrote the album, going back again to, you wrote in the album while you're on the road. You kind of broke the mold a little bit, like even for fans and as a program director for radio, you know, typical way of doing record releases, we get the single first, the album drops, get the second single. But now you're 2 singles deep, both #1, by the way. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
And now you got the album coming out. It's kind of a different cycle. Does it feel different for you guys? Did it kind of come into this way as planned, or did it just happen all of a sudden?
It kind of just happened. Like, we just decided, you know, we had the song, we had an opportunity to go record it, and we really liked it. You know, we thought that it was a very good representation of the direction we were going. So yeah, it was kind of like not traditional to put out a single a year before the album comes out, but we were on tour, you know, we toured pretty much nonstop and hit a lot of places. So, and we were so excited about the new music that, you know, we were able to support Painkiller by playing it, you know, and really sort of, you know, just keeping the momentum going. And, it also helped shape the album, because we were still writing it. You know, we were still technically writing the album even when Machine came out, and so you know, the reaction was so good with that, and those songs are, you know, I guess, you know, reminiscent, I guess, of what we were doing on our first album. You know, where it's a little heavier, more aggressive, you know, dark, emotional lyrics, and we went back and worked with our original producer that did the first record, And so, the reaction was so good there that it helped shape the direction of the rest of the song.
How many songs did you write for this album?
We only wrote about, I guess we wrote about 15, or 15 or 16, and 12 are on the album, and then one is on the bonus feature. We traditionally don't write a whole bunch of extra songs that don't make it. We know pretty well early. We actually just spend a lot of time on the song. So some songs we rewrite. There's multiple versions, or this time around, because we were working on this album for 18 months and on the road and stuff, we were able to go and record stuff and then, really have time with it. But the band was together on the road. So, we'd jam it. We'd go and, for sound check, we would jam on some of the ideas we had. And so even, on stage on sound check, we were technically writing, you know what I mean? And so, just that whole process was really organic and allowed us to, I think, make the best record we could.
How meticulous were you? I mean, was there a lot of nitpicking and changing as the progress went on? You record a song, you jam it, you hear it back on the road, and did you find yourself going back and fixing a lot of things, or kind of leaving them the way they were?
Every song is different. Some songs will just, kind of seem like they write themselves, and there's a magic that happened that you don't want to mess with too much. You know what I mean? Like, you can definitely, there's a fine balance of refining things and overthinking. You know what I mean? So, but we all trust each other. Like, we're a very collaborative band, and we all write the lyrics and melody and music together. We go into a room with acoustic guitars, and if somebody has a guitar lick or like just a lyric idea, or even something that's on their mind, some issue that they're talking about, those are generally what are born, those are how our songs start. So we trust each other that, like, unless everybody is like totally jacked about a song or an idea or something, then it's not finished. Like, if three of us are like, wow, this is really cool, and one guy's like, I don't know, man, I'm not feeling it, or whatever, then we trust each other enough that it's like immediately back to the drawing board, and not until everyone is like totally amped about something do we consider it finished.
Wow. Interesting way of going about it. You mentioned you brought back Gavin Brown from the first album. What made you guys kind of look back to your past to move forward to the future with him?
Well, Gavin was really a big part of helping shape our sound and vibe, and a really good coach, in the beginning when we were first getting going. He really helped us dive deep into sort of our own lives and really be able to channel, real life emotions and experiences that we could sing about, and that's one thing that we've always done is really, we write about real life experiences that we've gone through and struggles and loss and also just like, writing about the lives of the people around us. And we've always stayed true to ourselves that way. And I think that's a major connection point with 3 Days Grace fans, that they know it comes from a real place. They can identify emotionally with the songs because we're writing about real life, And Gavin was really great at helping us channel that. One of his biggest things is, he's like, he doesn't want us to write lyrics. He wants us to write conversations. Like, he wants us to write in such a way, like, how would you actually say this? If you were trying to say this to somebody or vent some emotion, how would you actually say it in a conversation, rather than writing some, clever, poetic Bill Shakespeare type of thing, and he helps us, really sort of hone in on that. And that is a really powerful thing, because I think people can identify closer with it if it just sounds like you're just talking to them about your feelings and your thoughts and, that kind of thing. That
is a cool way of looking about it. Never heard a band actually say it like that, or even heard of a producer present it that way.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's, we kind of have this thing where, like, it's easy to write something that's so complex and abstract and introverted that you're the only one that understands it, which is fine. I listen to some of that kind of music as well. But for us, the power and the connection of putting into words what people are feeling and being, like, engaging people to, like, listen to your song and say, hey, I hear my life in that song. That's not an easy thing to do, and it takes really articulating in such a way that people can walk away from it and really relate to what you're saying.
Well, Humans out on March 31st. I noticed something, and this could just be me from seeing you guys live over the last 2 years, even with the recordings of the 2 songs we've heard so far. It kind of seems like Matt's voice has gotten a little bit grittier since he first started with the band. Am I right on this?
Yeah, definitely. He's found this like really aggressive sort of grit, and you know, I think a lot of it is just time on the road. You know what I mean? The road gets tough, you know. And,
oh yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely you know, really adapted and moved into the role, and there's obviously, you know, there's this new energy born, and he's really honed it, and you know, and he's a little younger than us, and he brings this new fire and really kind of just this new, really aggressive energy to the band, and I think everybody can feel it. You know, some of the crowds we've been playing for, just the energy level is just through the roof, and that just feeds us our energy. You know, and so he's really he's really, you know, he's powerful up there, and he flies all over the place, and he's a ball of energy for sure.
And since he still is, I mean, even after 2 years, he still is technically the newest member of the band. Is there still kind of hazing on him? Do you guys still have a little bit of fun with him on the road, or is he past that phase now of being little brother?
It still happens. He's a bit of a germaphobe. And, you know, he always, he's like the king of hand sanitizer. And I have a theory that too much hand sanitizer will make you sick, but that's just besides the point. But yeah, you know, we're family. We all grew up together. You know, he's obviously our bass player, Brad's younger brother, and so we've all, you know, we're all close, and we've all, you know, been through a lot together, and we hang out, you know, outside of the band and stuff like that. So it's a pretty natural thing, and we're tighter than we've ever been, and you know, that just makes for an enjoyable experience, and it makes the music better, you know, when everybody connects. And a lot of these songs are just, you know, born out of us just having conversations about life, you know, and so that's kind of where we're at, and it's exciting.
Well, and it also shows on stage, just the camaraderie and the energy of you guys together in this version of the band is absolutely fantastic. And looking forward to seeing you guys. What did you say, like fall for the U.S. maybe?
Yeah. We're kind of, you know, we're back and forth. There's the West Coast April tour, like I mentioned, and then a bunch of festivals. Yeah, like late summer into the fall, and we'll be embarking on you know, some heavy U.S. touring, and you know, that time of year is exciting because it's still sort of festival season, and you know, playing in front of 30,000 drunk people in the sun is always fun.
Well, awesome. Looking forward to see you guys out. Humans out March 31st. Neil, thank you so much for the time today, brother, and we'll be talking soon.
Okay, man. Thank you. Take care.
If you haven't stopped by in a while, check out WQLZ.com.
Yeah, the website is awesome.
For the concert calendar, music news, blogs, and the Couch Podcast.
It's good to catch up on all the good stuff I missed.
WQLZ.com.